Okay, everybody. So I'm redoing a video. I have the notes this time, so I'm a little more um, organized with what I want to say. So we're checking these two game companies right off the jump. We're checking Treyarch and we're checking Ubisoft. So first, we're going to talk about Ubisoft's latest blunder, known as Creed Valhalla, because I will never, ever call those games in the Assassin's Creed series ever again. Um, I was giving Odyssey the benefit of the doubt, but the game stopped being Assassins after Origins. Origins was the death of Assassin's Creed as we knew it. So I'm just going to be referring to it as Creed from now on. Um, so here are some key things that I hated about the game. Now, this isn't a rant on just that. It's a rant also on Call of Duty. So if you want to skip to that, I will put a timestamp up if you want to go to that. And yeah. So, first of all, the story's way too long, or the game is just way too long. Um, like I had mentioned before in the rant, over 100 hours in, and I still haven't beaten the game. I I still have much to do in the game, I think. Or maybe I don't have as much as I thought I did, but it just feels like it's way too much in the game. The game is not interesting in the slightest, and I'm not the only one that thinks that. There are plenty of comments and there's plenty of videos, aside from my other rant, that the game just isn't good. And I feel it was rushed, and to be fair, with both Valhalla and Black Ops Cold War, I feel that they were put out just based off their name alone, they sold well. And if you notice, they came out during the pandemic when people either lost their job or they were laid off their job and were going to be going back at a later date to be determined, or their whole job just closed down and they still had a job, similar to what happened to me, where I had a job, it's just that my place wasn't open. So obviously they're going to sell. People don't have shit to do. I think that is what boosted sales, in my opinion. I think that the pandemic helped out big time with the sales. No game should be over 100 hours to basically be strong enough to power through the game. And another thing, I'm playing on normal, and I'm still taking forever to kill these enemies. Now, I don't know if there's level scaling to these enemies or not, but I'm almost max level. I almost have all the skills, and it takes me a long time to kill people. And they're bigger enemies, sure, but it's only on normal. It shouldn't be that bad. They shouldn't be that much of sponges. So another thing is the story's boring. I do not like this. I did not like the story at all. The story bores the shit out of you, and it's just not good. I can't tell you anything about the story because I honestly don't remember. And like I mentioned again in my rant, that's never happened to me in a video game where I just completely forget the story. I remember like little bits and parts of the story, but I could not tell you exactly what the deep down thing of the story is. And I looked up the ending, and I remember just laughing, like, they're gonna keep continuing this dead franchise. The franchise is dead. Also, the RPG element does not work. It does not work. The RPG element, it is shit. It is nowhere, and it's to the fault of us. We shouldn't have supported Odyssey as well as we did, because to them, they figured, well, it didn't sell off of Assassin's Creed. It sold because we went to an RPG element. That's how they were looking at it. For Valhalla, why it sold so well is because everyone loves the RPG element. So that's why it sold, not because it's Assassin's Creed, not because it's one of the greatest stealth franchises out there. It's right up there with Hitman and Metal Gear Solid for a lot of gamers out there. Those two are some of the best, if not the best, stealth games ever to be made. And if Ghost of Tsushima continues, Ghost of Tsushima will be up there also. Because Ghost of Tsushima fucking impressed for its first game. And to have as good stealth as Metal Gear, at least for me, incredible start. So, now what can they do to make it better, this company? They need to return to Assassins. Now, we're not saying that the game only has to be 25 to 40 hours long. We're not saying that. The sweet spot, in my opinion, for a game for length, 75 hours max. That's a long time. 75 hours is more than 3 days of gameplay. That is a good length for a game. 3 full days. That's a long time to just be sitting and playing a game. Have you ever tried to stay up for 24 hours and play one game? It's almost impossible. Because A, you either get tired or you're just like, I just want to play something else. I just want some variety. That's a long time, especially if you have like a hectic work schedule like my friend does. He can barely play games. But when he finds the time, he plays. And he plays all day. But like that's what I'm saying. Like no game should be over 100 hours to do. Well, to do everything is kind of understandable because it is a grind, but these games need to be shorter just for the format of the games and how they were before, because your best games in your franchise weren't the RPG ones. And that's just the truth. 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, Black Flag, all the best. Even Unity and Syndicate aren't the best, but I really enjoy them. Nowhere near 100 hours. Watch Dogs isn't near 100 hours. I think you could probably do Watch Dogs 2. You could probably do the whole Watch Dogs franchise in one single day, 24-hour day. I bet you could beat the whole franchise. Maybe not. You could probably beat the whole franchise in 2 days, 48 hours. The whole franchise, from 1 to Legion. And I had just platinumed Mass Effect 1. That's an RPG done right. I did 3 playthroughs. Now, I went through the first of the game, the beginning, like the tutorial part and all that 3 times, but I only beat the game once again. So, all 3 playthroughs, because I started new characters, took me 48 hours and 33 minutes to platinum the game. I beat the game in like 24 25 hours, and if you remove AFK, I probably platinumed it in about 45 hours. That's incredible. And that game's amazing. Mass Effect 1 is amazing. It blew my mind of how much better it was than I remembered. So that's the Ubisoft section that we need to check. We need to stop supporting that. And now we're going on to Treyarch. This is probably going to be the longest portion of it. Call of Duty. Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. What will I do with you? So, I'm actually glad that I decided to redo this video, because as of June 24th, so June 23rd, June 22nd, I had played a match of Cold War, and I just had enough. Uninstalled the game, was done with it. I said, I'm done with this bullshit. I'm done with this SBMM. Fuck Call of Duty. I don't care if I just bought the Battle Pass. I'm done. I'm tired of Cold War. It sucks. I'm going to try to reinstall Black Ops 3. I reinstalled Black Ops 3. I forgot how annoying that jumping shit was in the Iron Man suits. Uninstalled that game on June 23rd. So that was the next day. June 22nd, I uninstalled Cold War. June 23rd, I uninstalled Black Ops 3. I decided to try my luck on MWR, Modern Warfare Remastered. I played a couple games, and it felt great. No SBMM. It was fantastic. The game, all the weapons felt good. You were able to have variety, things like that. and I couldn't handle people not contributing. And by that, it's just like, you don't have to be a sweat, but you have to fucking try. And where it brings on to the topic of variety means nothing in Call of Duty anymore. Because they pick the metas, which they pick 1 or 2 guns, and they even allow DLC weapons, which are usually strong as fucking overpowered. So people will just pay money. They'll either steal their parents' credit card or get their paycheck and spend the money on that just so they can be the number 1 sweat in the lobby. And everyone just uses the same gun, and no one wants to use other guns anymore like it was in the good old days. Back in the good old days, you'd start up a map and you would say, okay, oh, this is a sniping map. I'm going to snipe on this one. Oh, this is a map where I'm just going to run around. Oh, this is a map where I can just play normal. Not anymore. It's just like, oh, I'm going to use the M16. That's a fucking sweat gun. I would go in lobbies and clean up. I think the best I ever did with the M16, I think I went positive 22 or 25 I went positive. Just because the M16 is so overpowered. It's been so overpowered since Call of Duty 4 back in 2007, 2008. But even then, in 2008, the game wasn't flooded with M16s, at least when I was playing it. I was fortunate enough to not get in the lobbies of people just using M16s. I had a friend at the time, the most quiet guy you'd ever meet. I never seen him scream and rage so hard at the M16 in that game. I couldn't imagine him now, because people just find 1 or 2 guns and that's all they fucking use. Everyone is a fucking master MLG sniper. I can't take it. I can't even have fun on a fucking game anymore because there's no variety. And another thing, we're going to get on to the next. We're just going to keep going down. I have the list right here. So next is nobody plays the objectives. It's all it is about going in and getting kills. That's cool. Why the fuck are you in kill confirmed then? Why are you in domination, ruining it for everybody else? Why am I the only one when I spawn in capturing a flag? Why aren't you helping? Why do you see me capturing a flag and you run right past me just to go kill somebody? Why aren't you helping me? Same thing with hardpoint, etc. Why am I playing the objectives by myself? If you don't want to play the objectives, why are you in Hijacked or Nuketown 24/7 knowing that it can put you in either kill confirmed, hardpoint, domination, or team deathmatch? If you wanted to play team deathmatch, why don't you just play team deathmatch? I understand that you want to play Nuketown or Hijacked because those are your favorite maps. I want to play it too. Trust me, I fucking loved Hijacked in Black Ops 2. It was at its best in Black Ops 2. But it's like, that's tough if you just want to play that map. Because if you're just going to play team deathmatch, then you're going to ruin the fun for everybody else. But you can't even ruin the fun for everybody else because everybody is just following the same pattern. And, oh no, we're not going to play the game type either. And it's infuriating for people like me who actually love the objective game types. It puts variety in the game. Which I said before, variety means nothing with the weapons and it means nothing with the game types also. Because everyone just wants to play team deathmatch. Which I agree with. That's the only thing I usually play. But it's nice to have a break once in a while and play a different game type. Now, on to the SBMM. For those of you who don't know what SBMM is, it is skill-based matchmaking. I don't know the actual definition, so I've heard other people speak about it. So basically what it is if you get on and say, how I mentioned before with the M16, how I went positive 22 to 25. I don't remember the exact number, but just say you get on and you go positive 15. You might get the next game where you might do positive 10, positive 5. That's cool. But most of the time, and by most I mean 95% of the time, the game's just going to say, oh, well, you went positive 20, you're a pro player. You're in phase, you're in optics, so we're going to put you up against MLG superstars for the rest of the day. Have fun. And you're shooting people, you die first, even though you shot at them first, and you were getting hit markers on them first, and you see their health bar dwindling, which I actually like that it shows the health bar, because you can see that your bullets are doing damage. Problem is, you'll still lose a gunfight, because they nerfed the fuck out of the MP5, and I understand, but I don't understand. It's just like, why do you make a gun so underpowered? But the MP5 is so fucking garbage in Cold War, and I went through a whole magazine on my MP5, a 30 magazine. Okay? I had to get the 40 mag on my gun, use fucking Gunfighter so I could get a pick 8 system on my gun, so I could also put 40 round magazine on my gun, to which I still had to use 35, sometimes to 40 fucking bullets to kill somebody, and I would still lose the gunfight because I would have to reload. How's that fun? Why do I have to play against these pro players like that? Why do my guns do no damage? Why do I see someone first and they can do a full fucking 180 and kill me? That makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. And everyone, and the spawns. So, I played Black Ops 3 and MWR in these past 2 days. Complete fucking difference. Black Ops 3, I remember spawning, because I kept going out and dying, but the best part I realized about that game is they kept spawning me away from the action. How hard is that to do, fucking Cold War? How hard is that to do, Treyarch? You fucking idiots. They spawned me away from the action. I had to run back into it. Not on Cold War. You spawn in, and you'll spawn in 2 seconds, you're dead. I shit you not. In 2 seconds, you could die. You could spawn right next to a fucking guy. Granted, Black Ops 3, I did spawn next to somebody, but that was out of 4 times that I died. Only 1 time they spawned me next to somebody, and I instantly died. Cold War, that could happen 3 or 4 out of 4 times. I've had it happen. And I've had people just say, oh, well, all you do is just bitch and complain about the fucking game. When you're being put against MLG fucking All-Stars, you'd fucking complain too. It made me break a controller. So that brings me on to the next thing. Smaller maps. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Do you hear me? Do you hear me loud and clear? Put smaller maps in your game. I do not want to have an Africa-sized fucking map to run across. I would play this fucking game. I shit you not. I should not be able to almost go around the entire map and not run into an enemy. That's unacceptable. I should not be, and I don't mean going only on the outside of the map. I mean going and having to look for people to the point where I'm constantly checking the scoreboard to see if it's a full game or if people are leaving. It's a full game, 6v6. And it's a full lobby. People are in there. I should not have to look around the entire map and not find anybody just for someone to get lucky to be in a gunfight. Those people spawn in as I'm looking for people, and then they kill me on the spawn. And then, as I spawn in, I'll get killed again. It sounds like I'm salty, and it sounds like, oh, you're just bad at the game. I'm telling you, this shit happens. If you do not believe me, it is June 24th. It is 3 a.m. I just got back from work, and I was thinking about this at work. I was like, I have to make this fucking rant out for these 2 fucking bullshit companies, Treyarch and Ubisoft. I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, buy the game. Buy the game. Next time it goes on sale, buy it. Check Kijiji, check the Facebook Marketplace, wherever you live. Buy this game, and you will see what I'm talking about. The spawns are fucking atrocious in Cold War and just the Call of Duties in general lately. And they need to fucking change. These companies need to fucking shape up with their fucking video games and stop giving us bullshit just because you know it'll sell off your name alone, and you don't even have to try. And you only care about making money, and you don't care about keeping fans. You don't care about getting new ones. You say that you care about getting new ones, but if everyone just steals money from their parents and buys the new meta gun, then obviously they're going to be having fun. But the people who actually put in the time and got good at the game, we're getting fucked over. You're alienating millions of fans to gain a few 100,000. Because guess what? Those kids are going to grow up. And they're going to start seeing that, you know what, this game is bullshit. And these kids are playing Fortnite now. These kids are playing fucking Apex now. You're already losing players. A lot of them are probably playing all three. I'll give you that. But most of the kids, the parents just say, oh, they'll play their Fortnite, and that's all you're going to play because it's not violent. So you play your Fortnite or you play your Apex. But you're not playing Call of Duty. And the kids are fine with that. And they can make their money over there. But we want our Call of Duty back. We want it back. So, here's what we can do to fix this problem, everyone. We need to start voting with our wallet. Stop supporting these bullshit companies with their fucking shitty games, and we need to start speaking up. Make more videos like this. If you have a small YouTube channel, make a video. Because I'm a small YouTuber as well. I'll find it. I'll give you a like. I'll give you a subscribe. I'll give you a comment. I'll say good job. Because word gets around. And also with the SBMM shit on Call of Duty, I want to go back to that just for a sec because I forgot about this. There are pro players. Even pro players are complaining that this game is too fucking hard for you to have fun. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? So, don't buy the battle pass like I did. Stupidly, before I even knew about SBMM. Do your research with these games. We need to stop supporting them. We need to stop making them rich, and we need them to start coming to us begging and pleading. What do you want us to do? And we tell them the right way, the good way. We tell them what we want, and not what we don't let them give us what they think we want. We have to start hitting them where it hurts, and that is their revenue. If you don't have a YouTube account, make one. Make a video just ranting on when games fuck up. Because we need more of that. We need more people speaking up and saying how they really feel, and stop being shills, and stop hoping that you get a job with these fucking companies one day. Because at the end of the day, you're going to become part of the problem, and I'm going to be here calling you out. Because I'm going to start doing this now too. I love doing this rant shit. I love just sitting in front of this microphone and this computer here and just fucking venting my frustration. It feels great. So, I hope I didn't go too long here. It's an audio format, so you guys can listen to me wherever you want if you're cleaning the house or whatever. But, yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. I will include my other rants in the description or on the screen here somewhere. But, yeah, if you enjoyed this rant, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because there will be more to come, and you guys already know we like to keep it all the way G. See you guys.